Yeah, so I'm probably not really the owner. Like Trevor's financially bought the team off Shane, but I mean a lot of my input is what happens within the team. So the week-to-week stuff that happens on the race bikes is up to me. Just the maintenance side of it, and just organising everything. You know, like spare parts and doing all the ordering of chains and sprockets, and when we're having to maintain clutches, maintain the engines. So yeah, I actually enjoy doing that stuff, and it's been refreshing to get my hands dirty and get involved in the running of it. And yeah, I'm really thankful that Trevor came along and was able to fund our team, the GT racing team. But it's sort of like an evolution of where I wanted to go with it. At the end of last year, it looked like I was going to ride for another team. And the old saying, when it seems too good to be true, usually it is. Well, that came true for me. So it was a scramble to get here. But luckily enough, being part of the old team, which was Next Gen Motorsports, and we pretty much took on everything that they had. I knew where all the parts are. I knew what parts we needed, and just putting that together. It has been a lot of work, and we've had a lot of help from a lot of people that I'm really thankful for. Like the sponsors that have stayed on, like Steve Kramer Products with Spectro Oils, and my personal sponsors with my helmets and leathers, and getting a new sponsor along the way with MacArthur Motor at BMW. A lot of people go into making this work. It's not just me and Trevor. And also recently we've had Sam Costanzo come on as a crew chief, and really experienced guy, and he's got a great workshop set up in Sydney that's really close to me. So we're using his facility to house the bikes, and it's all under a big cover at his place, and we've got all the equipment there we need to maintain the bikes, and it's been, I've enjoyed it. Like, it's actually been really fun process, and I feel like I'm riding really well too because of it. I got a lot invested in it, my own time, and I really want to make this work. Yeah, look, it's really difficult for me. I've got my own business just doing suspension, and we've got it set up at the track where we just help out your everyday track day punter at Eastern Creek, along with the mega ride days, and that's been really successful. You get to meet your normal everyday punters that ride at the track, and we help them with their suspension. And I've got another guy, Owen, who helps me out, and because I can't always be there, so sometimes he fills in for me, and he's really he's spent a lot of time working with me, understanding how to set up the bikes, and just to give people just a general setup for their bikes so that they can go out and enjoy their track day in safety, and they've got the right tyre pressures. If they've never been to the track before, that's a big help for them. And then off the back of that, it generates work, obviously, with people. Sometimes, their suspension might need servicing, or they'll want to upgrade their suspension. And that's what I do at my own business at Gas. But it's really difficult to juggle the two with the race team. Lately, I've spent more time on the race team than I have on my business. But it's kind of good in a sense, because I've focused just on the main big jobs, and just tried to let Owen do the track side stuff, and balancing that's worked out really good lately, thanks to having Owen helping me. Yeah, look, at the moment, probably, leading laps, like leading some of the race at the first round was great because it was a surprise, but those conditions when it's a little bit wet and there's a drying line, they always suit me, so I always go good in those conditions. So, and on top of that, I felt good at Darwin, just being able to run the pace at the front and being in the fight with the lead guys. It was a shame that I fell off in that last race, but we're slowly building towards the front, and like that last session just then, we were 2/10 off the fastest pace. 7th on paper doesn't sound great, but being 2/10 off the fastest time, like I said to you earlier, feels pretty good. Like we achieved what we wanted by getting into that, making that step into the 12. So hopefully we can, keep taking those steps forward. And I know when we get the bike right, I have everything I need to win races. Yeah, look, I'm committed to racing next year as well. Beyond that, it'll depend on how I feel, and like we were talking about earlier with business commitments, it's there's always more work to do. So it's just going to be a matter of whether I'm still motivated to put the effort in to train and get myself ready for the racing, because training is a big part of my life too, as well as work and family life. You got to balance it all out, and that can be difficult at times, but you got to be fit to ride one of these things, and if I'm still motivated at the end of next year, I'll keep going, but it's going to come down to whether that motivation's still there. But I'm loving what I'm doing now. Like, I've had this year's been one of the most enjoyable seasons because it's been up and down, and and there was so much uncertainty, and now we've really hit the ground running, and our result at Darwin showed how strong we are, and yeah, I'm having a great time.